This time of year always brings around re-signings and new signings, and obviously you're bringing in Jonny Gray next season. How excited are you about bringing him in?
Yeah, obviously, for obvious reasons, I'm really pleased. We look to kind of strengthen the playing group whenever we can, with the right people in the right positions and with the right qualities, right age range. And Jonny ticks a lot of boxes. He's probably another one a bit like Stuart. Actually, we would have liked to have tried to sign him in his last contract cycle, but came up a little short then, and a bit like Stuart, chose to stay at Glasgow. We spoke to him again as he came available this time round, and I think fortunately he said he'd like to come for very positive reasons for both ourselves and for him, which obviously makes it very exciting. Jonny's real Scotsman, very proud of what he's done with Scotland, very proud of what he's achieved at Glasgow, but I think just feels that, I don't really want to talk for Jonny, but I think just feels the time's right to try something different in a rugby environment, and we probably owe it to Jonny now that he's committed to us to make sure we do everything we can to help him play in a good side that has some success, and hopefully help him develop into the player to the best player he can be over the next kind of 3-4 years of his career.
What does he bring?
Well, I mean, the stat that stands out more than anything else, and everyone will be aware of, is what a good tackler he is. Makes an awful lot of tackles, very, very, very few missed tackles. Works extremely hard in all areas of his game. Actually carries more than people probably give him credit for. Is a strong set piece forward, and I think what people need to appreciate, he's a guy in his mid-20s. There's an awful lot more to come. Obviously, we probably rely on our forwards to carry a bit more in the middle of the field than some other sides, and so probably some of the things we like to see him develop is probably just kind of speed onto ball and some of the carrying stuff he's doing. But on the whole, he's a good player, and we would just like to see, as we do with any player, just those little small increases, week by week, month by month, in areas of their game. And I think he's someone who can still mature with a group of players who are kind of averaging a mid-20 age range, and they can grow together for a number of years.
Obviously international class as well, that must be a huge factor in what he can bring.
That's right. I mean, he's already international quality, and as I said, we've got to have some hopes and expectations, and I know Jonny does, in that continuing and developing as well. We're very comfortable that there's still more to come from Jonny. You've not seen the finished article in him as a player, and as I say, that'll be down to his hard work and us working with him as well. But I think it feels to me like a really good signing for both parties. When you're tracking a player for 3-4 years, you see a lot of them, and I kind of carry on watching players post as not being able to sign them, and just see how things change and things develop. And I've stayed very confident that Jonny's the right kind of player for us. And as I said, I think he's one of those guys who will give us that ability to be better in Europe, better in the Premiership over that extended period, and that's what we've got to keep doing. We've got to keep fighting and finding ways to become a better side, both on and off the field. And I think this is one of those signings that will help us do that.
In the past, it's been Aussies helping to sell the club. Did people like Stuart Hall help sell the club to a player like Jonny now?
I don't know really, because for obvious reasons, there's not been masses coming out from us at Exeter. I mean, it's kind of broken now that Jonny's coming, but I didn't explicitly talk to either Stuart or Sam Skinner about Jonny. We did the dealings as you normally would do in private, but that doesn't mean, and I'm not aware that whether Jonny's asked their opinion of the club at whatever stage he may well have done, particularly during the World Cup period with Stuart. So those things, I would like to think that the Scottish lads who've come here and done well, Murray Lowe included, and Byron McGuigan and etc., are guys who can sell the club in a good light, and hopefully that's been all part of the equation for Jonny to come.
As we say, it's normally a busy time of year. How are you looking with the rest of the squad in terms of re-signings, other newcomers? We
haven't got masses and masses of guys to re-sign. We haven't got a huge swap over in the contract cycle this year, so we're getting there. We've done a couple that we will announce shortly, and we're close on others, and we're close on potentially bringing in 1 or 2 players as well. So we're kind of getting to where we need to be. We're not going to have a huge turnover of players again, as people will normally realise with us. But there will be those little last bits of I'm not going to say tinkering, but additions to the squad or re-signings that we've still got yet to do.